Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm just going to go in with the Baby Skin by Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser, and I'm going to apply that to the entirety of my face. So I'll be right back once I put that on. Actually, I'll just talk to you guys while I'm doing that. The reason I'm wearing a primer today is because I want my makeup to last a little bit longer. I know I'm going to be outside and I'm going to see some people that I haven't seen in a few years. So just a little bit more longevity. I think I might actually take my time today and put my makeup on. It's funny how when you have kids and you go to college, like after you go to get out of high school and you go to college and you move cities, and then people have kids, and if you don't have kids at the same time, your lives are at different points, so you kind of lose touch. So it'll be interesting to kind of step back into the time warp and see how everybody's doing and kind of what's new and what's happening. Today I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a different foundation today. I'm going to go in with the Fit Me Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth, and I'm going to go in the shade 130. I'm just going to apply that to my face. Alright, I've applied that to the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to dot that on my face. I don't know what made me decide to use this one today. Probably because I keep using the same one every day, and you guys are probably getting sick of seeing me use the same product over and over again. So I'm just going to go in with just a makeup brush, and I'm just going to work that in. I could have used my damp beauty blender. I just grabbed this one because I washed my brushes last week, but and I washed my beauty blender too. I just wasn't in the mood to actually go wet it down. Is that terrible? So this one was just easy to grab. I don't mind using these brushes to work in my face. My light just dropped, guys. I don't even know if this light does anything, but it dropped. So I'm trying to still figure out things, and I guess maybe I just had it too hanging off the book a little too crazily. This is a fairly dark shade actually, so I feel like it's going to be quite a high coverage because I was going to grab the 122, which that one is, I have the 115 too, is creamy beige, and it probably would have been a lot easier to work in. This one's quite, even though it says beige, it's still quite dark. So it's hard matching your skin when you have freckles, and I don't know if anybody else kind of finds it hard to kind of match their tones of their skin when they do that. Hi guys, so I went ahead and I applied another coat of foundation on the bottom half of my face, and I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Erase Dark Circles. Okay, and I got that one in Fair. So it's a new tube, so I'm going to be clicking the heck out of it. I almost should pause in the sense of how long it takes to click these things. It's crazy. And I'm just going to go under my eye. I haven't used this in so long. I went to Shoppers yesterday and purchased it. Since it had been so long since I had used it, I thought, why not? And I'm going to go in with another blending brush. I'll probably work it in with my fingers all afterwards, just so it's got a smoother blend. I thought, why not have some fun with my makeup today? Hopefully I didn't get too light of a shade. I had to leave you guys for a little bit. My friend called, and she just got married a couple months ago, and she's about to go on her honeymoon, and she's so excited. So she's looking forward to Switzerland the most. This is her favorite place, and it's funny because I remember years ago she was so obsessed with Switzerland and wanted to work for Google, and so it's nice to see that she's gets to go. She never did move there. She's originally from Romania. But she travels quite often, so Eventually she'll go and she'll be able to visit instead of working for Google. Mind you, working for Google would be exciting, wouldn't it? They've got quite the place. I haven't worn a heavier look in so long that I'm almost like, how do I blend this in? It's been so long. It's crazy. And I'm so used to just using my fingers so often. So I'm going in and I'm just patting. I could just dampen my beauty blender, but this heats it up well enough that I'm not too worried about it. I've never really traveled. Never been on a plane. I've done some road trips to the States. I've been to parts of Canada, but I've never physically like saved up money and gone and traveled. There's a lot of places that I would like to go. And you know, one day I will. I don't feel like I need to right this second. I've been living on my own since I was 21. And, you know, I could have saved for trips many times, but it just would have taken away from my social spending. Not that my social spending is that much, but I mean, there's pros and cons, right, of to traveling. I'm going to go in with the Mineral Wear Physicians Formula. I've hit pan. I need to get a new one. I almost got one yesterday, but I'm going to wait for it to go on sale. So it's, you can't really see because I have hit pan. It's got different colors, kind of green, yellow, pinks. It's pretty nice. They have a correcting one that's pretty good for under the eye. I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush actually and just pat that under my eye and on the top of my eyelids, just to kind of get some powder on my face. On my chin or on my nose. I think I'll decide afterwards if I want to go out and fully out and powder my full face. Obviously when I add other things it will kind of all blend in together. I don't want to be like total cake face, especially when you're outside. It's kind of nerve-wracking, so I'm probably not gonna, no, maybe I will. I'll go in with my cream contour. So I'm gonna go back in with that NYX Wonder Stick. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to work that into the hollows of my cheeks, on my forehead, top of my forehead, sides of my nose. Hopefully it's nice out today. I'm supposed to go over to that friend's house, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. Something different, eh? I'm just going to go in with a kabuki brush and I'm going to work that in circular motions up the side of my face. This looks definitely heavier. It's not, I wouldn't say this is my everyday makeup go-to look. But I thought since I had some time that I could put that on for you guys and work that in. So I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race. So I have Netflix. I don't pay for actual cable television or anything. I have Netflix and then I stream some shows. And the other night I just wanted some light watching and I was trying to debate about what to watch and I was like, RuPaul's Drag Race. Do I want to watch that? Do I think I'd like it? So I turned it on. And within the first 2 minutes, I was laughing so much. So I thought, this is funny. So I watched an episode last night. Those personalities, I've never been one for reality TV. I've never liked it. It's too much drama. And it's just unrealistic realities of most of the time. It's scripted and it's just not something that I'm into. So I put on RuPaul's Drag Race and oh my god, it was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing. So I'm going to go in with the butter bronzer again. Again, this is my go-to. It's my favorite. I love it. I do have other bronzers, but this is my favorite. I should probably start using different ones since I have this channel, so I don't become complacent and boring and just talking to the camera. Not that I don't enjoy that. I do enjoy just talking to the camera. Going on the sides of my nose, under my nose, kind of in the bridge of my eye, nose area, into my cheekbones. I just don't want it to look like it's not blended. It's hard. And then you worry about like transfer throughout the day if you wear too much makeup. Yesterday was actually my favorite makeup look, the super simple. That's my go-to everyday look. But sometimes I like adding a little bit of more depth, especially if you know photography is going to happen and there's going to be pictures taken. Hold on one second. Okay, I've gone in with the butter bronzer, and now I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me in 230, which is a natural buff. I tend to feel like my chin juts out, so I'm just going to darken my chin area and put a little bit more powder coverage, because that place, it gets a little oily in that spot, so I feel like throughout the day it will be fine. So I'm just going to powder my chin down so it's a little bit more of a neutral. And then I'm just going to powder kind of the top part of my forehead. Just really set in that contour, and so the highlight's not too much. Just set everything around that area. And then I'm going to go in with the 130, which is the buff beige. And I'm just going to go in around my nose area and press it down a little bit more. And this is the Maybelline again. This seems like a lot of work, hence why I don't do it that often. Because you need to do so many. I might go under my eye a little bit, just to darken that spot, in case it looks too light. And I'll do back on the top of the forehead. I don't normally like matte looks, but I think if I'm spending time outdoors, and I am having pictures taken, it's okay. It should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna run and grab a charger for my daughter because her tablet has run out, so I'll be right back. Okay, because I liked that CoverGirl yesterday, the Shape and Define, I'm gonna go in with that. It's got a wand in that, and I'm just gonna put that on my eyebrows, and then I'll be right back. Now that all my little holes, now that I've used that Brow Define in Honey Brown, I'm going to fill in all my holes with the Revlon in Auburn. So I'm just going to go in kind of underneath and work it all in, and then I'll be right back. Today I'm just going to use a CoverGirl product. I've hit pan on this one also, and it's just a blush actually, and I'm going to use it in my crease. And the color is kind of like just like a light peach. It's number 103, and I'm just going to apply that with a big fluffy blender brush in the top part of my lid, and just back and forth motions, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a glow. I don't want to go too crazy with my eyes again. I don't normally go too crazy. I mean, I'll do a little bit of something today. But I thought I'd reach for this product because yesterday I used my Morphe palette. Just any kind of peachy, light peachy blush will work. And it doesn't do anything affect my eyes using a blush on my eyelids. So, I mean, I don't know if you have sensitive skin, how it would be for you. But this just works as a nice base. I don't know if you're a makeup junkie like myself, but I have so much makeup. And so it's hard to decide what you want to reach for and what you want to use at the best of times. So I'm just flicking again that up in upward motions on my head. It's fairly light. Then I'm going to go in with another blush, ironically. This is the DLS blush, and this is in Kitty Pink. I'm going to take this Kitty Pink, and the shade looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. Because of the sun, it's like a peachy kind of tone, a darker peach than the last one. Same with that fluffy blender. I'm going to tap it off And then I'm just going to work that a little bit lower than the last one. This one's quite pink. Obviously it's called Kitten Pink. So I'm a little bit more careful with this one. Pink, sometimes if you do too much pink, you can look like you've been crying. Or something's wrong with you. So I like to be a little bit more careful with that one. I don't know what made me decide to layer the two blushes the one day. I just know it's so hard to find like corals or light corals or things that have a little bit more of warmth if you're looking for a warmer look. So sometimes just reaching for your blush works just as well. At least that's what I find. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with a smaller blending brush. And I'm going to dip into, I think I'm going to, ooh, what do I want to use today? I'm going to dip into Tempted, which is kind of like a gray. I'm trying to make it so you can't see my house. It's a gray tone right there. I'm going to have to be conscientious working in front of my window. Because obviously you don't want people seeing where you live. And I'm just going to work that into kind of the top part of my hood. And this is the Urban Decay, guys, the Ultimate Naked palette. This is my favorite palette, my go-to palette right now. It has a lot of shades that I need and that I'm looking for. So I'm just kind of making sure my hood of my eye is, I'm going straight across. I'm just kind of pulling it as if it was in a straight line and up on my hood. In flicking motions, and then kind of back and forth just in that hood area, just so that way when I look at people or if a picture's taken of me, my hood will retreat back and hopefully my eyelid will pop out. So it takes a long time kind of working that blend in. I was thinking about my friend who called. It's so nice when she does call. You know, she lives in Toronto and it's only a couple hours away. But with having my daughter and working full time and her working full time, and it's hard getting together and finding time to see each other. So just simple phone calls where you talk for an hour mean the world. And we've been friends for years. When I first moved to London, this is London, Ontario, guys. I didn't really have any friends, and her mother used to get her hair done by me. And her mother one day said, "You'd really get along with my daughter. You two should be friends." And I was looking at this lady, because I've only done her hair a few times, and I thought, this lady's crazy. Why does she think we should be friends? And she brought her daughter in one time, and I was like, I don't want to be friends with your daughter. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I just thought she was a little bit odd. And I've never had a friend with a foreign accent, you know. I grew up in a small town with pretty much all kids that spoke English and that weren't from different countries. So I continued to do her mom's hair, and I moved shops, and she came in with her mom again one time, and I got her phone number and said, yeah, we should hang out sometime. And I moved to an apartment with one of my old roommates. I'm still using the same color, guys. I'm just working this in. And I needed a drill, actually, because I don't like seeing cords to TVs and things like that. It just drives me nuts. So I called her up and I said, do you have a drill? And she said, yeah. I said, will you come over and help me drill a hole so I can put these cords through this hole? And she said, sure. And I know that's the most random question of life, but I called her and we've been friends ever since. So it's funny. So I'm going in with a smaller brush, and I'm going in with Meet Matrimony. I love this shade. This is my Ride or Die shade. It's one of the most beautiful shades that I've ever used, and I just love it so much. And it's called Matte Coomer, and it's like the perfect red brown. If you ever want the perfect red brown of life for a redhead, it would be this shade. So back to my story. So she comes over and she helps me with my TV. We drill a hole, and we've been friends ever since. And I spent a lot of my 20s hanging out with her. So halfway through the 20s, she moved away. She moved to Ottawa with her job. And, you know, we didn't really get to see each other, but I talked to her every single night. I was really lonely at the time, the roommates that I was living with, and I needed friendship. And I'd call her, and I know she was lonely because she was living in Ottawa by herself, and she started over, which I was so proud of her. So I'd call her every single day. And then fast forward, she moves to Toronto, and she meets a guy, which I'm super excited for her. You know, she's been working so hard for years. So to finally meet a guy, I'm just kind of flicking this into my lid, guys. She meets a guy and starts dating him. So then I don't talk to her every day. And it was really hard getting used to not talking to her every day because she had a new boyfriend. But we still talked no matter what. And this is the one that just got married, actually, to this same guy. But we've never stopped talking, even though, you know, we used to go talking every single day. We've always been friends where we've talked. And she called me today, and it was nice, because now it's like once a week we chat. We don't see each other often, but we chat once a week, and I love it. It's, you know, no matter how much time and your lives go on, you still talk, you still get together, and hopefully one day she'll be able to move to London, and I'll be able to hang out with her and her husband, and hopefully future children, and we can kind of go from there. So, this looks a little bit more intense, guys. It's a lot more work, isn't it? This chit-chat, get ready with me. This is where probably editing comes into play, eh? It's talking about it. So her wedding was nice. She really wanted me to bring Sadie, that's my daughter, with her to the wedding, which I did. And my daughter had so much fun going to the wedding. I'm just going to take just a fluffy kind of blending, and I'm just going to work in circular motions in the corner of my eye, just to kind of blend that out. And I'm trying to pull it up onto the lid just to really mat out that tone. I'm just going in again, guys, and I'm working in upwards motions, flicking that out and up, out and up. I'm working on that hood of my eye again, just to really add some darkness to it. When you actually look at the light, look straight on, it's fairly soft. It's not too dark. It seems like a lot of work. I'm taking that big fluffy blender brush, and I'm just working in back and forth motions on my eye again, just to really blend that in. I can always go in with the darker shade again. I'm going to take a small blending brush. I'm kind of wiping it off right now. And I'm going to go in with a lighter shade and just do under my eye. I'm going to take this below again, and I'm going to put that under my eyes, like under my eyebrow, that is, in the highlighted area, and kind of in the corner of my eye, like so. I'm probably going to go in with a little bit more of that matrimony again. I don't know if I'm going to put a color on my lid yet today. I haven't decided. So I'm just going to dot that on in the corners a little bit more of my eye, just for a little bit more depth. So one of the girls on my Facebook the other day posted a picture of a ginormous spider. Her and her husband were away. I didn't look where up north they were away, and this spider had legs that were like 3 inches long. And I mean, that doesn't really actually scare me. I'm not really scared of spiders, actually. I'd probably think it was cool if I was out there. I'd want to see where its web was. I'm more frightened of like the little swarms of bugs. Those always bother me the most. So I guess everybody's kind of different on how they feel about things. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible. I like these Infallibles, guys. And this is 892 in Amber Rush. You can't really see, but that's okay. And Amber Rush is kind of like a golden, rose gold maybe? I'll say a rose gold. And I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. I'm not going to wet the brush or make it really pigmented today. I feel like this will probably be more than enough to go into. And don't mind my nails, guys. I didn't know I told you that I'm a hairstylist, but I wear gloves when I'm applying color. But when I go to wash hair, I don't like wearing gloves. So I did a really dark hair color the other day, and my nails are still quite dark. They're clean, they're just still quite dark. So, oh no, I don't want to paint them. I mean, I could, but I'm not too worried. I don't need to, I'm just not big into my nails. I used to be again, it's not something that's a huge priority for me. Okay. So I'm just going to work that original color that I had put in, the silver with the Meet Your Matrimony, and I'm just going to make sure with my fluffy blending brush that it's all kind of blended and that it looks good. I'm going to take that smaller brush that I had earlier with the blow, and I'm just going to pull that in and drag that down into this. Now I'm going to line my eyes for you guys, actually. So I'll go in with, hold on one second, guys. I'm going to go in with a small blending brush, and I'm going to use the shade Lethal, which is like a purpley brown. And I'm just going to apply that to my eyes. And I'm sure you guys have watched me before do these, the eyeliner. I feel like my video is going to be so long, it's going to be like a 40-minute video. Get ready with me. Who wants to watch 40 minutes? So, but that's okay. I don't care. I'm still going to put it up. I'm still not going to care until I get a editing system. I gotta see that I like doing this. I mean, if somebody wants to watch me, they want to watch me. If they don't, they don't. I mean, normally myself, I would have to really like a person to watch a long video, because usually I'm not into watching videos that take that long. You know, you want it quick, you want it easy. Watch the video, and sometimes after seeing like same old, or if you don't like the look, you know, you need the clickbait. That's the unfortunate thing, because I don't have the editing to make it so it's clickbait where you see my kind of before and after picture, so you want to click on it and see what my end result looks like. So I mean, I'm just putting this out in the world more as like a journal, I guess, of sorts, something to talk to and see. Okay, so I've aligned my eye, and I'm going to go underneath my eye, and I'm going to go in with that Instinct again, which is this purpley shade in the Ultimate Basics, and I'm going to go under my eye in back and forth motions. You always make such funny faces, eh, when you go in back and forth motions. I'm excited to see everybody today. Some more than others. I mean, you do move on. Life changes. You get older. Different styles. But I mean, I'm not one to judge, obviously, and you can get to know people again. It's just a new experience. And that's where I'm focused on in my life right now. It's just my daughter and I. I'm just focusing on hanging out with different people, having new experiences, doing things that are out of my norm that I don't normally do. Because sometimes you can get stuck in a rut, hang out with the same people, or sometimes you hang out with people that you don't have as much common, and you think, why am I hanging out with this person? I have nothing in common. And a friendship is give and take. You know, real friends, they care about you through and through. Things that you like doing. They like to hear about your life. You know? So I gotta find and surround myself with true friends. that care about me. So it's been hard because Sadie's little, and you know, I've spent the past couple years focusing on her, that I've forgotten about me. So I've been spending this time figuring out who I am and what I want, which is nice. I think that's important. Sometimes we lose ourselves in other people, or we spend so much time building other people up that we forget about ourselves. So it's important to build yourself up. So that's where I'm at. I am going to build me up. I love my daughter. I'm still going to focus on her. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm just going to wean out some friends and gain some new ones, hopefully. Okay. So I'm just going to go back and forth motions. And then I'm going to take that, like a fluffy, and I'm just going to really work that in. And make sure that it's worked in. So, and actually guys, I'm going to go in with an eyeliner. This is the Perfect Point Plus by CoverGirl in brown. And I'm going to put that in my inside lash line, just to darken up that lash line. Again, this is queasy for you guys. And then I'm going to go and top it with a powder. I'm going to put powder on top of that with my same blending brush. I might actually go in with the Meat Matrimony. I was going to go in with that purpley dark, but I thought, meh, this one's right in front of me. I'm going to lift my lid, and it's just essentially kind of setting the powder so it stays a little bit longer. So I'm just working that into my lash line. I'm going to lift that lid and work that into my lash line. A lot of this will wear away because it's in my waterline, but a lot of it won't. So I'm going to curl my lashes, I'm going to apply mascara, and I'm going to get back to you. The mascara that I bought yesterday and I thought I'd try is the Revlon, and this is the Dramatic Definition. And I didn't find brown, but I found black brown. So I'll let you guys know if I have to layer it or not. Okay, the blush I'm going to go in with is the City Color again. I got this from the dollar store. And this is called Be Matte Blush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Fresh Melon. So Fresh Melon is right here. And I have to remember that these are super pigmented again. So I'm just going to lightly tap in it. And I'm just going to work that into the apples of my cheeks. I know the other day I used this City Color again, and I was like, woo! That is some pigmented blush. And the longevity is pretty good too, surprisingly. For a dollar store brand, you just have to try your hardest to be light-handed. Because this is crazy. I thought it would go with my eyeshadow look. I bought a new lipstick. I don't know if I'm going to wear it today. I think I'm just going to go with a nude lip because my eyes are so dramatic. It was a new brand that's out, and I'll give you guys a show. I might try it and test it out. But I think with this look, I don't know if I'm feeling ballsy enough to wear it. So I'm just really blending that in. The blush. You guys are probably like, oh girl, blush. Ooh, you like your blush. I do like my blush, but it absorbs into my face like you wouldn't even believe, so I don't care. Okay. I'm going to just pop in a little bit of a pinky shade blush on top of that. I don't know if that's going to work. This one's not really my tone at all. A friend bought this for me. It's called Delicio Pink, but I thought I'd try it again. Why not? See if it goes. I'm just going to do like 2 dots in this fuchsia colored pink, and I'm just going to put that on the very top part of my cheek, just to see how it looks. Just in that area, in the top cheekbones. I might do my eyelids too again. I like doing that. My eyelids a lot. Just to carry the color, marry them together. And maybe some top of my forehead a little bit. Tip of my nose. Okay. I still have to do my hair, so I mean, I'm going to go in with my Pixie Dust, with this just a shimmer dust. And I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones. As you can see, that's quite the glow. I like glowing. So I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose. I'm going to do the top of my lip. You can do it with your finger too. I'm going to go in with that original light brush. I'm going to go in with the corner of my eyes with that dust and work that in to the corners of my eye. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to put under my eyebrow bone for you guys. Under my eye. I don't normally wear tons of makeup, so I always get nervous that it's going to cake under my eyes, but hopefully it'll be fine. It looks okay so far, so as you guys can see. I'm just going to line my lips now. I'll be right back. I'm going to go in with another Essence brand. It's called In the Nude. Again, this is a fairly inexpensive brand. And I'm just going to overline my lips a smidgen and work it all in and apply the Tardiest lip paint in Rose. So I'll put that on and then I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so that's my completed makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll give you guys a better view. I don't know if you can kind of see, so I'll look into the camera so you guys can see the final results of this look and see what you think. It looks a little bit heavy, but I promise you within 10 minutes it's gonna absorb into my face. And again, I normally don't wear this much makeup, so it would seem fairly heavy for you guys for this look. But I might start doing one thing at a time so the videos aren't as long. So like do a lip video, do a brow video, do an eye video. So it was nice talking to you guys. I hope to see you again. Bye!